Hey YouTubers, Cyberdyne24 here, and I'm gonna do another repair installment of the Husqvarna 350 chainsaw. Today I just received another package from PartsTrue.com with some parts that did not come with the piston cylinder kit that I bought off of eBay. The important thing was the needle bearing that goes into the hole of the crankshaft where the piston where this little piston rod goes into. Didn't come with it, so I had to order that and had to wait till that came in to be able to even do any kind of work whatsoever. But as you can see, got the ring bearing here. This is, of course, factory OEM part. So in some cases, you know, it's good to have an OEM part. Sometimes it's not. It just really depends on how it is, so to speak. Here, let me see if I can get the shop light, get some little more lighting on this. Okay. Gotta sort of get myself readjusted. That's what you get when you shoot yourself with a halogen light. Now, one thing we're gonna on this video, we're going to install the piston. We're gonna install the piston, the circlips, and also the actually we're gonna install the bearing, the piston, and the circlips, and also the piston rings. And then I'll do another video on preparing the cylinder, because since this is a big bore kit, there are larger expansion ports that are you have to attach actual plates to it, which involves using gaskets and stuff like that. So I thought about breaking it up into different segments instead of just doing one long video. So let's get started with the actual piston itself. Now, unfortunately, my true goal was to actually get OEM piston and cylinder, but doing that would have cost me a little over $200. Would have been like $219 altogether, and that's without tax. But I kind of decided, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to use this. I'm not going to be like a consistent user of this saw, so I can forego the expense and just buy a cheaper kit. So that's what I did. I mean, here's the piston right here. It's chrome plated, which it's okay. I mean, pretty much the types of piston kits out there are first OEM, which is factory parts, which is the best you can get. It's the most expensive, so I mean, if you're going to use the saw quite a bit, and if you want to get the most life out of it, then I would recommend getting the OEM piston cylinder kit. If not, then you go to aftermarket, which you go to Nicocil piston cylinders, which Nicocil is actually a special coating that they put on the piston and inside the cylinder, which gives it a lot more strength and a lot more longevity than a chromed piston and cylinder. So it's closer to the OEM part. It's cheaper than OEM, but you have to kind of look around and see if you can even find a Nicocil coated. For me, it was kind of hard to find a Nicocil coated piston cylinder kit for this one, so I just opted for the chrome one, which, yeah, you'll get some use out of it, but not a whole lot. But here, let's get started with actually putting this all back together. How about that? follow always like my friend Donnie Boy 73. Get a little oil can, because you want to definitely do a lot of lubrication on all these parts and stuff like that. Which, I mean, once you get it done and built and you start it up, it's going to smoke a lot, but it's not that big of a deal. But of course, for preliminary, as you can see right here, I actually blew the cylinder. I actually blew the inside of this out, of the crankcase out. So it's cleaner. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually take the bearing. And that gets you a nice little oil can. You can get these at auto parts stores, or you can get them. I got this one at Harbor Freight, which wasn't a bad deal. I'm going to pretty much coat the inside and outside of the bearing. And probably one thing you also want to do, get a little shot of oil of the actual bearing itself, that the connecting rod connects to the actual crankshaft. It's always a wise thing to do that before you mess around with stuff. We get the piston right here. As you can see with all pistons, wherever you see this little arrow's pointing towards the exhaust. So you take that, stick it in like so, and all you do is you just kind of just line all this up with the piston. You just stick that pin in there. Okay, it's pretty much in there a good share of the way. So one thing we want to do is we look around the box, see if we can find that one. Aha, here it is. Part of the piston cylinder kit, you have the circlips and also the piston rings. One thing we're doing is we're going to get a pair of pliers and we're going to put one of the circlips in. A good tool to use in this particular case is just, a nice pair of pliers. And sometimes these little clips actually can be a bit of a pain in the butt to install. As you may see from my rebuilding the Husqvarna 394 XP, installing these clips is a little bit of a pain. of the most painstaking things is to actually put these things in. Yeah, some people make this look really, really easy, but for some particular reason is I'm always struggling to do it. So I got another pair of pliers here. Feeling this was gonna be a real pain in this. Alright, got one clip in, which is great. Now we're going to install the other one. Done with that, then we can actually get started, and then we can do another video on how to install the piston and cylinder on this. And we will be slowly but surely getting to the end of this particular project. Alright, both circlips are installed, so now I could say au revoir to installing the piston. Now we can actually get to installing the cylinder, installing the piston rings, and then actually putting the cylinder on itself. So you have a good one, YouTubers.